is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Hi, Boadu TV. Yama mwenye na kwa ba mfambraso. Na first time na one subscribe ya ye best also best subscribe. Na like video no yenye na enjoy and comment into comment section. Ye wi ya share. Na Kojo ene Alistair Nelson wamo ene Nicholas share wo inside politics so TVSYZ Mugabe show no irade. Enya sanketwa. Na Alistair ka say health ministry kawaminta kando da no. Omo nyoma dwen se ombeto anesefo agegemu. Internasefo groups ni nyina mo kama komantom yem bibia be kama. Ona munya mo bosses na omo pese minkum nyenti om pese omode mo ye strike ni eyisa no. Now, wasan the more exposè biaba concerning suspended Chief Justice. In fact, Kojo esi sukra boho ono oye former NPP organizer o ayawaso Kojo no NPP organizer former NPP organizer pananse hu se no mosi fire NPP for na Chief Justice wa begina bonti wusu obi ni wo na ekotu a ukunu ne oba pediem wusu omosi we ya no omba biu obe den na obe bafu boni aba Chief Justice ohwe chiri ye sande dimbesi so adwuma no beye etipe bebi tena na da oye ne de crocodile tears no eno empusu omokra
these groups na wo Ghana no enye ekuo Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association kwa yes there's NAM there's a national there's a National Association of Registered Midwives.
Okay,
there's the Upper Region Nurses Association and then the Psychiatric Nurses Association. You understand? So there are a group of them and a host of them. Inti Oka nurses need midwives in Swa. Obianka, they deserve the best.
Okay.
Because if you look at the environment in which you work, how to take care of us, yare near day, send on besi ashayen, no mama ya pomudin, o makroko, o my drone and watoyen, no, say him near quack or war. She send ya me a list and metia me a stubborn, she time I make quacko. So when your nurse papa, or should baby nipa baby anka me wo. So nurses and midwives are important.
Okay.
Say by health delivery services no Ghana. Into be any more better my JM. And JM any honorable minta kando but I see NDC ni so by health sector no and ya dia ye nurses any midwives wom omo ka ho bi they are a key part of our policy and now omo problems no omo kan ho asem ye nim say age old problems and ye na sha ase e sha ase ache inti no omo ko trans May 2024 omo ye collective bargaining agreement e di ma ban say ni say na how but omo call meeting no omo ja groups ni bi wom the Psychiatric Nurses Group. So the Psychiatric Nurses Group no decided said they'll take the GRNMA to court because omo ko trans no collective bargaining agreement they didn't include omo how on said the psychiatric hospitals are different omo share nurses no omo share omo sa ne funny pa amo tintesuagu so ye to ade abo ni ade sa. So, and the working environment, go to the psychiatric hospitals and check the working environment. It's not like the rich hospitals. It's not like the UGMCs.
Yes.
So they also need support. But Muko Trans, you didn't take into consideration or how. And now we represent the collective bargaining agreement, they are buying. So they also went to court.
Okay.
So from May 2024, they went to court not until April 2025. Our kids, they determined, said they should come and sit around the table with them and listen to their views and uphold their views to the collective bargaining agreement paper so that they take it to the National Labour Commission. They have not done that. Then you find the GRNMA doing this thing and you begin to wonder. You begin to think because this same woman, Perpetual Oforiampofo, ask anybody who went to attend the Galamsey meeting to go on demonstration during the peak of the demonstration at Dananado. All labor unions met to go on a demonstration to support Galamsey. It was this woman, Madame Perpetual Oforiampofo, allegedly, who got up in the room to tell everybody that they are an essential services group, that the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association are an essential services group, and that they will not go on that galamsey strike. Yes, at the time, didn't they have their problems?
No more problems.
Yes, didn't they put their problems on the collective bargaining agreement?
Yes, allegedly.
Yes, at the meeting. Yes, the young strike because we are an essential service.
Okay.
What has changed today? What has changed? Why do you want somebody else to die? Recently, I would declare strike. Wakoji Post, Helsinki, Finland. Where you want? It's a Scandinavian country.
Yes.
Is that how nursing services delivery is conducted in that country?
5 months.
And I mean, say even if that 5 months, the psychiatric nurses had been in court with the same collective bargaining agreement, so it was not possible to sit over it and discuss it before the budget was put in place. You understand?
Yeah.
It was not possible. I think a court case in every hall. So this is the time to come round and sit with the psychiatric nurses, agree on what you want to take to government, and then take it to government. Government so omun kan say omun shiamo, omun share any date meboa, and any date no so minister no. Any president to coin Gavi conference, they are going to talk about immunization for kids around the whole globe. And now over the next years, billions of dollars that is going to come in. Yes, and it's going, now, even that immunization allowances, who do we give it to? Is it not the nurses who go around? So the money is coming to the health sector. It's going to benefit you. Okay. So they are at a conference. They are and now collecting and you need them to come around the Ministry of Finance to also sit to deliberate with your groups in order to get to a common ground. Into this statement, it's a rushed statement.
Okay.
Yes, as a mamino, she has a political agenda. That's what I have come to see. Yes. Yes, it tells me. Then you know say they are an essential services and that do not go on galamsey demonstration under Nanado when it was at the peak of galamsey allegedly. So what has happened today? This government has not said it will not pay you, or it will not recognize your efforts as nurses, or it will not give you the allowances or a hearing here to have your problems resolved. They have not said that. So why are you in a rush? This is just 10 July. It's just around the corner.
Yeah.
So look, Mami perpetual for Rampofu. So by yourself. You said TUC no etawechi. Allegedly, they are pushing you with no elements in the TUC who are sponsored by the NPP, who are pushing you to do what you are doing. You yourself, your husband, who shares the same bed with you, is an NPP person, we know. And you want to put the nurses on the street. You don't go to the hospital to work. Every time you are driving your 4x4, you have a police escort and you are enjoying life. And those who are in the rural areas, look at the gap between rural and urban services delivery when it comes to nursing. Yeah. There's a big gap. So be work crashing on him. No, because we lack the midwifery services in our rural areas. What are you doing to think outside the box to get us as a nation to serve all the citizens? Baby, a nurse and then who the nurse be quick racia? What? Look at the rural living conditions. Why are they going to stay? I'm asking you, why are they going to stay in mosquito-infested environments, in snake-infested environments? What are you doing for them, you know, as a leader of the nurses group, to make sure their conditions in those rural areas are better? Are you thinking outside the box? Look at corruption in nursing services here in Ghana. Look at corruption. Over to me at hospital near bypass. Now, Obia Okotunu near Fetch near Befanuko. You don't know the corruption that goes on there at the nurses when it comes to nursing services delivery and midwife services delivery. A lot of corruption. You won't think outside the box to nip that in the bud in order that you earn income and save money from those corrupt activities and be able to share amongst all of you. You won't do that. You won't think outside the box to make sure. You went to a Scandinavian country to attend a conference.
Okay.
They take on nurses. So why won't you make an arrangement to allow nurses, you understand, to leave this country, to go on a sabbatical leave, to be able to earn some income, to beef up what they have been doing here all this while. She has lost it because there are best practices elsewhere when it comes to bargaining for nurses and midwives all across the world. You go to the Scandinavian, they sit down and talk to government whilst their nurses go to work. You go to America, you go to Canada, you go to Morocco, here in Algeria, here in Africa. Whilst their union leaders go and negotiate with government, their workers or their union members go to attend to patients in order that nobody will die, even in the period of anger. Because we know the problems of nursing and midwifery services delivery and those who work in those sectors, what they go through, even their working environment. We want to improve it as a government. We are not here to fight anybody. We are not here to push anybody back. But the mamini here, It smacks of a political agenda that she's being used allegedly by a group of people.
And yes,
people have spotted her in Winneba. People have spotted her in Winneba with the minority leader allegedly in Winneba doing meetings upon meetings. Among other TUC people, if you mention their names, they say they'll take you to court. You understand? I don't want to even glorify them. You don't deserve a mention here. Moving crossing, Babbe Chrome, Abenye Jumaya, Bupesa no ball mining from. In Kofo Pacho and Son of Mukoye nurse, Kofo Pacho and Son of Mukoye midwives. So why should we have such traits? When people beg to go and do the employment, it's a jumano. And then you say, yes, this is un-nationalistic. This is nation-wrecking. And this one, like I said, it is coming from somebody who has a partisan inclination and has a certain agenda towards the sitting government. Why is she there? Look, I've told the NDC, infiltrate into the unions. They have sponsored their people to lead the unions and cause troubles for you on the streets whilst you are in power. When there's nothing that you have done wrong, you are only there in 6 months, and you have not said you will not sit with them. Didn't you see the leader of the Parliamentary Health Committee speaking and telling them that 10 July? That you want to call on another strike. Look, me Maka, I will not stop. I will pursue this nurses agenda and midwives agenda to the end. Anybody who wants to bring partisan inclination to this thing, me Alistair, I will never allow it. And those 2 USU members, I'm telling you, sitting there, who think that you can push an agenda and push people on the streets against the government, you lie bad. I will expose you. And the way I will expose you, you'll be surprised at what I will do. I'm telling you. So all of you be forewarned and be forearmed. If there's a problem in the nursing and midwifery services delivery in this country, and we need to pay them, we need to sit and agree as a nation as to how we should pay them and the amounts of money. Why? And American, Sikani Ashada so. Obika say it is cash will come to your buy then obey. He came to rip the nation off. He refused to attend to you people nurses. He left you for collective bargaining agreement in May 2024. He didn't attend to you. So what are you talking about? Intimate ceramic. Other nurses groups, remember Mama to say GRNMA leaders no. Come to the table and sit with government and find a solution, a lasting solution to your age-old problems of your housing, where you sleep, of good transportation to work, of correct, uniforms and apparel, so that when you work, you don't get infested with diseases, so that you also gain the experience you need. And then let's also be able to open up our nursing services to other African countries and take money and come and use it to support here services delivery here, and then push them and pay them well, so that they'll be satisfied and stay on.
I'm a senior political analyst. I a friend of Alistair Nelson. No why now for Frabetomuye, the Minister of Energy and Green Air Transition, Honorable John Jinapo Ediato. Now a review plans to submit a proposal to the cabinet to acquire electrical vehicles for all ministers to be used in Accra. Now, according to a minister, no, or say enable to me support a government, energy transition goal as to seek to extend other government appointees. Where you are there, or the two or disclose will launch of the Energy Commission, a 60 kilowatts of solar powered electrical vehicle. Charging a station, no so launch here. It's where is a way a mover. A good mover, but to me, Abua, na energy in 7 so to me, Abua. Because what China any idea, and once I see you 2 electrical vehicles, who want to say, what's that direction? I say a proposal, but they are 2 abandoning, who want to say, within Accra, to whom you see a electrical vehicles.
Minya John Jinapo never ceases to amaze me with this new energy and green transition ministry. One say when we talk about green transition, we need to move away from the fossil fuels. Now we need to move away from the fossil fuels. And I'm telling you, this green transition has come to stay and it has come to help us. So the earlier, the better. And I'm saying that we should have a green transition authority as early as possible and then set up a renewable energy fund in order to support our investments in this area, so that the building of this drive electric initiative will be supported by renewable energy, so that we'll be able to build more electric charge stations across the country. Whilst we are piloting Accra, yes, we must be able to have a fund that will make sure that now we are not only in Accra, but we have gotten to all the regional capitals. Now we are not only in all the regional capitals, we are in the district capitals and providing electronic charging stations for vehicles, buses that will be used across the nation and other things. Inti, me maka, this is a good initiative. Green transition must succeed, and I think that we all, once you have submitted it to the cabinet, and you know that there's a commission that has been set up. They were commissioning a 60 kilowatt solar powered electric vehicle charging station. It's a good thing, and he has suggested that ministers of state be given vehicles that are electric in nature, so that they will use around their work here in Accra. Very highly intelligent and innovative solution to our fuel problems. Look at the cars our ministers use, the kind of every time big cars they have to fuel their cars, the cost to the nation and other things. So this one is a cost saving measure that has come, and it's a big idea. And you see, the other factors that when we talk about the electric charging stations, that you talk about those things that affect our health, our safety as customers, and ensure the safe transfer of technology are being met by international standards and regulations. So they are in the right direction. John Jinapong and his ministry have set up, and I'm sure, like I said, the green transition will just not be a lip service, but it will come and become a reality to help to reduce urban pollution, the high transportation costs, and then the dependence on imported fossil fuels will go down. So a good initiative, a dream pack, I wish him well. I wish our cabinet to take up the matter and deal with it and work with it. Once it starts from Accra, then it goes to other big towns, the big cities, to Kumasi, where to be patronized, or other big towns like Cape Coast, Takoradi, where to be patronized. So gradually, and like I told you, we need to set up a green transition authority. And under the green transition authority, we need to set up a renewable energy development fund in order to be able to invest heavily in that sector before we are able to move away from the fossil fuel. So good intention, drive electric initiative. I think that will also help the minister, will also help with the awareness creation. And then I'm saying that Ghana's first e-mobility conference and exhibition that was done in 2021 will not just be a forum, or will just not be another thing, but it will be carried through whatever intention that was held. And furthermore, the baseline, the planning processes, commission, they have completed their study in 2022. So it's just a market opportunity that EV brings to those who want to invest their money in that sector. And I wish the minister well. I wish the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition very well. And I wish the initiative that people will quickly understand it and then be able to shift onto that electric cars that we are talking about.
Air Fridays, and some review and some week in a full course and your take kakra on a new patriotic party near me kokoso on Efano a crown person mu change a dino ye foundation so say de roofing so kakra on that
now this is a party of warped and confused logic. A party of confused logic. Yes, confused and warped logic. Yes, Ukosidai a dino foundation is also Ukoboso. Okay, how is that? Their fear is that they want to put the cart before the horse. Okay. Because they have a certain fear. What is the fear? The fear is that the leader of the party who lost miserably, which is the 38% guy, don't mention his name, don't glorify him. If you bring him back, he will lose again. That guy, you see, they want him by force to lead the party. So the delegates that put him there, they don't want to shake the foundation of those delegates. They want to keep those delegates there and bribe them. They were bribed to follow the guy. So they'll bribe them and keep them intact so that he will win. Even if Kennedy Japan shakes the ground, or even Brian Champion shakes the ground with the plenty money he has gotten. I don't know where Brian got his money from.
So what's the no? Nice, to favor Baumia.
Yes, it's in favor of Baumia. Okay. They want to keep a certain history, which is not forthcoming. Okay, you understand? In 1992, as a party, when they went for the election, said Dubois got 31 point something %. So that was what caused the change for Dubois to J.A. Kufuor in 1996. Kufuor made an upgrade of 7% and made 38.4 in 1996. And you know, Kufuor used his mind. He called for a great alliance that all other small parties will come. So that's where his support base. And they saw the idea. Then going forward into 2000 elections, he brought the idea, all-inclusive government. So everybody felt part of Kufuor's campaign and ran to him and made him victorious. So Kufuor was brought twice before he won. Is that not it? Yes. Nana Addo came 3 times. He came in 2008. Yes, he was close. He saw Canaan, but he couldn't enter. Close by, he lost 49 point something, 37% in the first round. Then in the second round, he had to go to a third round in 10. So to change Nana Addo in 2008 would have been risky because he was almost there and he didn't get there. So they repeated it in 2012. Then in 2012, he said he would not accept the results.
Yes.
So it went to court. You understand? So by that verdict, the people saw that he had become even closer. So third time lucky, Nanado came and he became president. The rest is history. They created a crime scene. And people, if you hear what they did with the power that Nanado got, what I said, my NPP now, a name of old, they lost their principles under Nanado. They lost everything, all the fine, the fine grains that were with the NPP, all of it was lost. You had a group of young people who came into the political center when Nanado was in power to create a political crime scene. We are seeing it clear. Look at the National Service Secretariat. Look at other places that are being mentioned in recent times. Look at Amishadai, who was at the Judiciary, and what happened under SML. So a crime scene that they created. Look at Galamsey. Party in Yesika, they went to the forest, entered the Nimro forest, entered forests that were brought up by Golden Gadgets, and destroyed the Akunta mining and all that. So they lost their principles. They saw that the state was to be ripped. And that is not the intention of the NPP. So you hear people like Kufo speaking, but he's also not speaking the voice of reason and logic. Because tell your people that you cannot build a house without a foundation by getting the roof on top first. What are you going to build on? That is why I say it's a party of warped logic and common sense. They lack it now. Olusu elections ntatiana ewura na asum no about the dam nti okokwa emu no abodam no nam no obubunnua or say nyoma still no nyae what I say
so person o mo kire say wo hwa enye baumia titiru enti no mo wini party na nkasa no na bebi o modu no mapem enti se o mo de baumia ba o mo feel say kasa baumia enti no mo nya sa 38% na mo ne o mo nya adwene se man ko focus ba baumia na am perform no because wo hwe parliamentary ni na o mo lucy pa.
Yes, why the lead candidate is the sole person who leads the campaign.
Okay.
Party need the kahu bata hu keke post ne ba. It comes to that singular person. Other winning is it not JM who holds that singular authority of the state? You understand?
Yes.
So to me kita and you are the branch person. And now unyade who could run stages so instead of espousing your policy, you're running away from your economic policy you started with to digitalization, and you are dancing on stages instead of communicating your message. Yes, and you are shaking your head like an Agama lizard. So people didn't get what you wanted to say.
Your friend
Kitso, sir. So look at you. You people were in power with Nanado. You allegedly you got some 50% under Nanado. You were vice president. Then going into that election, you say you have become what? Ghana for higher than you said you had a magic wand. So they should you break the 8. At the end of every 8 years, we hand over power peacefully to another party. We will still be breaking it because of the extraordinary crime scene you had come to create, because of the bad things you had come to do. You knew you had money, so you were going to buy the population. Yamin Chadie, we are 38.4%, and then you bet him. You bet him going to 2028. You get 3.84%. Mark my words.
A bet drop.
It will fractionize because why? Look at the things you have done. You are not even talking about it. You are not remorseful with the bad things that happen to us. You come from the north. You lied to the people of the north about the Palugu dam.
That's 12 million.
Yes, 12 million. Who kept the money? The Palugu tomato factory has opportunity if we set up the dam to grow tomatoes in that area. So what has come of them? It's Wayno Wanyade. When Edu Brian didn't perform in 1992, he was changed. And J. Kufuor was brought. It's when Wanyade, more power. You had all the state acquiesce following you, the state machinery following you, police, everybody. You had the IGP supporting you, everybody, army commander, everybody supporting you. Going around the campaign, you had the citizens, you could bash people, you could buy people, you had cash. Then you perform like this. And then you come and tell me what? You want to come again. Look, don't allow them to go by that process. After every election, the party has to go through an overhaul.
Okay.
Party Papa BI, you need to go through an overhaul. The people will keep you. 1 year the people will remove you. So that new leaders will emerge. So that those new leaders will come and keep the principles of the NPP as we know it coming from 1992 and 1996 elections. So they are far deep into the forest, and it will take time for them to return because in yes, and it is always the ant that teaches the elephant a lesson. So they are going through their lesson stages. They must learn quickly because 8 years mean, yes, sure, some between Yakwayaba. Yes, they'll fight and they'll tear themselves into pieces. They will go back to their days of the UNC and UP, the days of the UNC, and then the what do you call it? The UFP. Yes, the UNC. The UNC, Victor Usu, and the PFP. In 1979,
yes.
They'll go back to those days. Those days they were fragmented, they were scattered. They couldn't come together. It took the wisdom of J. Kufuor. Akwakwaboni no Tifi Nusebi. Oh no, Utifie Shadi Omo ye untumi nkasa. And no amatise we bie wanu. One man tokwane siewe. No, look at how this man was able to bring Papa Kwesindum to politics.
Yes.
And how Papa Kwesindum supported J. Kufuor to succeed. And then later, how those who were non-performing in J. Kufuor's government, which is Nanaya Osafumafo, and then Nana Akufo-Addo. Akufo, you told us yourself that they were the lowest performing ministers in your government. They took control of the state and look at what they have done. You sat down in 8 years. One kasa when no and now because the party no. It's because of the seeds you sowed, infested, and watered. That is what has turned round to fight against the very institution that you people try to create. A crime political party, a criminal political organization to come and rip the state of its resources and call those members who have opportunity to call themselves rich after acquiescing our wealth and making it their own. Yeah, to me interested. Development in freedom, no?
Yes.
That property owning democracy, we must nip it in the bud. Bakada. Let's stop them. Let them keep fighting. Let their size keep dwindling. And I told you earlier on, the tiny minority without any essence in national politics. Leave them to their fate.
Okay, well, last words. Yeah, the BBA Berry. Me no one a monologue. Inti Modi Berry. Well, last words in a influence. Yeah,
me and no man who say former Chief Justice. No, ne wafane Alex Kwesinsaki. Alex Kwesinsaki in history. Okay. Yes, he was the one who betrayed. Yes, he betrayed Kwame Nkrumah and took some few dollars from the CIA. For Kwame Nkrumah to be overthrown. He was the one who told Kwame Nkrumah to and pushed him to Hanoi to go and face his end. So this who of Accra we dear Bonnie as of mine because Kwame Nkrumah transfer and can ye brainy and can ye howni. Until Ono Kasano she should keep quiet. She has on our form article 146.2. We said we should do in-camera hearing for such occurrences. And here she has run to the public to court public sympathy. So we are watching. We should tell her in the face that we are trying. Will she go back to go and face the committee after insulting the committee chairman? Said me na me work case for court. And I'm go jina bonting and I make cassette judge na kade no meka. We here in tie because my contempt. Is she not contempt of the committee's proceedings? What are we doing to her? She's not above the law. Let's raise her head. Memo bien tu futu ngure ni. Omo mbeko back akofa history. Abe yusu ameko manya asem. And you have to relate that history to the circumstances in which they standing. Tama no Chief Justice. Did she ever relate to that matter of the judges?
No.
Did she ever talk about it?
No.
You express facial names to people who now have authority, and today you are scared that because of what you did to them, they want to remove you from power. Meanwhile, what from Rano? And you're telling no bitamu. What from Rano? And you must go, and you will go. You are hanging in the balance, suspended. Very soon, we'll clear you off the line, and you see the other things that will follow.
Okay.
He said, sickly first, the sacking of Madame Gertrude Torkorno, and all other effects of sacking, like the electoral commissioner, will follow soon. I swear, my God, I swear that they are getting to the election. Look at the scare they put in us. When the people are raising issues, they refuse to respond. So, and I get ye first, seek ye first the sacking of Gertrude, Justice Torkorno, and all others, like the electoral commissioner. That gang of people they put there will also follow.
Give up, Papa no. So once in the case biaba as and go for their 2 manache. What you must say?
Gihok.
That's why won't mean your appointment letter 21st. No, I resume 27. No, I sign contract 26. A criminal. What you must say? Ewo Bibia or Nancy Gihok, Papa or deputy. And your deputy become a panel. One side who quiet Akophobia. Make up a friend is April 1. On Americano because won't mean your way. Among what you see a bunny
27 by 26 would
be a contract. Now you think at 27 in Panka, Juma will resume. You know, won't check it be who be better than outside contract.
Abra won't call
office that Unim office or room and one sign contract. Where was signed before and son or coy? What must say? Sa Papa, where does it also see you? What man, the same way no, who better 1 year and can and then Yan Puma Sibra. obetɛ ho no ma aba sesa 20 years 30 years mpo e be pa ya no obeka sanya no kre ba ye nim bibia evidence wa no no aso nim wotima se ba me kira ne say nya dia sa dia be me na tan a criminal offense obi amfa ya nyina am yamfa nkokota mi kodwe ebo me pagye na kodwa mra no wotima se wontima meta ma mu me azna we pure arm robbery what you say was o man nyina no de o man ani mo nyama to fam
office yes 27
what letter 21st no letter and or resume 27 then I resume now when contract no so come here no contract come here no before NPP for kono mu we no akọ we no what man say no mo turn back 16 point something ye turn no one no ko back date here e ma contract no o turn 26 within 1 month na free 60 and do 26 me $1 no pone move kakra ba na chi
what
man say 10 kwan no dey abeka ho no dey sa contract sa papa we ti so esi o ba me send ye dem fa obi ahun che no ye nam mo ase hwehwe mo ase sa obi nka se ba ju position but they be you fidie dey use so dey do be ba how efficacy
we intro yo Charles was akwaba bibi aboko dey baby ofi
Nicholas ma mencha wa for near team for the production team and our track kwaba ma me bi ni din adwa frema or show kufudua sumu TV ano hwe
etiano
mu chenso amu mani bi Monsaka no onte ne number da
no so yo send it o
send
enye ya na yeti machine
mo number no
operating fi baby
mo number no makachiro operating fi fa baby
anti kachen se mo munjai o ma na be mungu nyame ya adoma 1st of August 1st menemu an ejina
ma me dra frema
ma frema ye ma wedi na wedi biom
Nicholas
yes yenti
eneye fiada mo kan bojaye
okay
matise Bank of Ghana decision o ma take say o ma
100 employees in you o ma from me kwabu ayem
o ma ye na me
sana me so
say o ma ye so o ma ye the governors oko because utnasi take decision what Nasia take decision say you have found nipa 150 on probation at the end of the probation my assessment wie ye no 100 be there omuntimi to aso ntini asimu nkofi na say omo kona ze amanfo atiamu a o say masia from biu dabi and see it erodes public confidence in the institution of Bank of Ghana. No, I just say, "You need to me." What is that? You and Kasano, we are weak institutionally. No, you need to me. Be an auditor. So being a team fitri or tiawa, not what that. It is wrong.
I say, "What nim ma oye?"
O nim ni oye. Yes, I say, "O nim." Don't say I say. Now why you need to say o nim ni oye?
But there be a betting shop.
See the neighbor come from. Dollar no see the benya on the dollar no be come from. But some little mistakes we intimates also. Sabi, I don't know what informed that decision. Say untimates pelia. Mentro. So what we are stand by it. Na che ni ntia abeye necessary 600 na so mokofi. What take decision we na 3 minutes. O say masisa decision no mo be just at the market mo send this mo star we mo be hia muzu mo be hia Dr. Muzu enano sana Sam George they taking nice decision 64 radio stations are what you more frequent na matiano say ma resend the decision na mo mano amnesty mo na mo amnesty amnesty a man for dancer womb yes omunya ayi remand wa that remand 5 years 10 years omuni here amnesty obi a car radio frequency a on fanya duma ye on trial license nye ho duma ye man amnesty hwehwani mu na adoso mu beja amunya sa o 3 minutes decisions ni na ase for me say mu be hia Dr. Muzu and e beboa mo ba governor there mon kan chen sa joke no wonyai
Eso resign.
joke no wonyai yentimi ni wo metina nje say no eyenim gu ase say Bank of Ghana are taking decision was majai. What jai say? Why did you change the decision? Ntemu papa ben.
And say omo a yeyi omo am kwen empanimfo bi na titirifo bi ma eno nyina aka ho nto omo frefre no na say sa atia fi ba bi ni sa
papa for man de e kan
yedi amamu yemu man ni entoto ne nye okay yemu man
okay
say na say number
okay yeah dey
amamu na mu bu no na anu na me catch am say ahemfo bi call rounds ampa say bi on baby ani shout it down muntimi na say number bu man o man take decision wo bu ni ye kama kaba wuntumi fa na nsi fom nya de wotima say ene wuntumi sorry a wodidi ba heart the case ni na agu obia case agu wo si da bi o wonwini biem we are brushing in of a case and one say Jackpa once you team it down me ba be catch am better 2 months ago see ya team Jackpa down what we come be biem say o SBA ni no biem
the good body
task force just imagine good board task force
and
yeah why there ho
no lady
where they are there
so mo hwe go small girl na
o small girl de ko hin gold dey small girl de ko hin gold say koko bi tia nya say ko chesi obi ototo gold. And you say there's a question mark. Me no know where but there's a question mark. Obi akoto gold. And once about the ninja mo sili ni nyina. Nipa kro na so de ba no beton ma wo. Sa ni koko tie. Ade na wo hie nipa na o mi Kenya ase na say wato ni gold a wo simage en ni sika wo nyina. Me de ko. Emra be na edisa emra be na da we hu. Ni busa question. Wo mo ko cheche mo gi o musika ni ade nyina no. Ni nyina mo de ko. Nipa no nka so de cross border wo. Wakoto obi to gold no akoto gold ni bi. Ebi ono no toto aba beton. Muhuna na
license.
License da ban the gold board by. It is license obi abenye ba tell munyanto bo tell man for. Say see atu.
Oh buy somewhere match people or mom ample time.
And then go for expire now.
Expire say 25.
No me omuti nya amnesty. Etu kwa obi sika ekran so. Uji gold na. No to gold. Uji gold na sika so kan wonu aje. Ada na so to gi ni sika. Na mo aso ni sika nyina no so mo de ko emra bi ana ho wotima se de na mo ya na Jackpa ye ofie na ekoye no waja afa de wadu nwuram wo yigi nkrofo ne ma nwuram e de mfa so na de beba but aban ne
be okay o
aban ne be transfer on transfer tran ye
okay
want to but we ya de ho hia na oti Bank of Ghana na me pre vice president ma enu nti nkrofo bebre ni me enka say na me de man ka be ye woti office ye for so na de man wa say na be ye utu nine ko wani ba ko no tumi ensa ba wachi we governor say na we di governor Beni me who be put that take a decision ni mu take a decision mu ko cabinet mu ko take a decision you need take we are no say the Americans nya na ko ye na mo asa we ta na ebu man
okay
there be o say ka me say we mu tie wa bankasi mu ya de ade nya de amba me bi ba say na be ka anokure no say no tie mo appointment di gye mu sa
we are forestry commission minister Mao Trolet Mao directives are
the menye
onye
because
now we see omu minister
okay but madam say
minister Trolet Mao na say me na wa nya ni we can focus
we can focus and yet two stories
now we can focus
for forestry commission
and then nka
now we can focus ya publisher ba say Dr. Brown
why
Amabu actual letter command so one changes of directors 5 one can so you madu Nicholas who ye who hosting ye see there be co-production na obi mra ha no obi embassy ne ontimi nye ye so onye and that one no ye untouchable
no be na no ka
I'm telling you so onye na amabo ye hwan
me nim ho hwe ne de me nje ntum so so enti ahati e platform so inti niam bi ho a
and ye ba na wa kan se ma pese ka je
and yes I mean ka se
and you guys platforms what do you mean
so motema se me maintain the side of the story mama ye hwe issues
wo side wo dey ba
ye wi a
ye ntia na mufia obi ko ho eso ko hunu nya ne no story be na apatie o hene babo amako ho de si ye ene nam social media man panifo ka chense sa na tie ne so oba be ka TV so na radio so ye be pam wana bi ye no nsi Ghana enye ho no ko ye etidi na apatie TV o hene babo amako ho de si ye nipa won ke ho no masa
yes ye namfo
enti
no am office ye agency ye to say kasa ye me ba letter ni ma wana
ehia
ehia say me be nya wa yempo me di say na ma producer on fa to ado ehia
mama yen hwe
ehia wa provoke me ehia me be say na ma producer
okay
yeah call me for beto
yeah personally between on and minister sector minister and with yen person Matthias with the
can you call personal then
yeah
na I forestry commission
public domain o man kasa hwe no mo settle mo issue
what are you talking about
ye di hun komo awie
no oni wa di hun komo awie what are you talking about forestry commission ya ma bo ajabade ana ye bro ajabade
mo ma yen hwe CJ Wednesday a press conference or
can you hear ka former CJ one CJ
suspended CJ nti onye formal for now because yen na di or suspended nensama or the two dwa ne bi ya ma me de ensem bebre na na or the two dwa na all can say constitution ni human right breaches bi atumi akoso na ono no enya de obe resigning de na wa retire o chena nti opese proceedings no tumi koso na omuwie na ehuma ebefima ba ebiom so ensema or the two dwa ne say first reason me pacho the removal process here to me aba and see that say Chief Justice be or a historic on person omuyinedi obiom the two just say 68 years history an independent republic yes omo person omuyi a Chief Justice fi ho omutie ne nsem no omuyi ne fi ho the two dwa ebiom na sem biom the two dwa ne say Chief Justice Gertrude Torkorno suspended or say ne hu pa na ne colleague judge your friend Justice Gabriel poor man ne hu say all chair 5-member committee no fi say 3 petitions omo say mo de aba papa na age penny so all chair commission na disappointed with Justice poor man the decision to accept President John Dramani Mahama appointment to chair committee no also listed number of reasons according to ono maame no or say disqualified Justice poor man fee say obetena sa committee no so na wetie petitioners against ono ebiom the reason is say poor man sat on a case ono maame no petitioners and by Daniel Ofori together with her no more really petitioners in favor and so ono je bibi sa tuma yen hu pa na biom so yen hu say ono hu ne say akoye say ono ne Justice poor man petitioner no o ma say I say ye revenge bibi eti ondo maame no ade ehu yendi suspended Justice Gertrude Torkorno nonsense be we be ko NPP sem and say other matters about other matters na say mo soja dodo e we are na de na we enti Charles na me ask
can you call us and that was it yeah true history it's a history no
when
former Chief Justice say on tin near my biase na otro ya no okoka say pamai enyu bia oginidi na according to Araba Justice Pamai nini ye case bi onu vote against Pamanomo a few honum no be target entino wa mama Matthias say 11-0 9-0 7-0 5-0 no na e woni nti omo ye ni sa san say ye try ya dre na obi ko different nipa no become a target of the bench enuntina on penise Pamai enter on no case so na woni santu but you have say ono Araba ya o empano Pamai October case na Tadio sorry a general speaker na mu di call Supreme Court no and afenyo mark ni mu di call ya no o empanel no na Justice Pamai ka ho and the Pamai ya that bad na osa wogidie wo no musi or select judges 5 judges o mo be transfer so a odi ni ka ho na atasa na to mama no na ese aboa bibiwu a opre we de we because me who Chief Justice our press conference that. So when we be a catcher me. I say we should be good for the next NPP National Women Organizer. We want to brofo na no ati when you bedroom kasa tien in ra or be better seen how a kumsin and then ya bristo of the women organizer. It's no uncle honum. I Nicholas. But raising some be bizarre questions be breed. Or shall say was a be a ye dinner sermon. But be a ye dinner sermon. On tia says ye dinner sermon or honum. Nicholas. I feel a Matthias says you can be a judge but will not understand the law. Because over Article 146 Clause 3 now, or one state by beer committee next or transit no your hearing. What does it? It is not stated in the constitution by beer committee no a year hearing. Into the hearing no a year either the committee and not the appointing authority. A year president that what committee you know. One a bit my mom who moon ni hanamonta and a monvanya mojuma. And as a committee Nankasa decided say Hano Mopes or Motra yo majuma. How has that become a case? I would not so now you see case in Ibiano, a dinner or judicial service, a dime and a way the market could dinner will be. We ask him. We emraben a waitia, emraben, and it is not against any law. Can you go last? Or see your friend day, yes, you're almost searching. Wow. Almost screening. Now hotels do be quite rare hotel more yen screening.
Yes, screening, yes.
A protocol, a venue no protocol no. Venue more choose one no. And your old castle. Old castle is security zone. Me wa
sanity.
And you know, oh, kohon irrespective of whoever you are, your best screening. Mama Arabanjin to say, she's the suspended Chief Justice.
Suspended.
Otherwise known as former Chief Justice.
Former idea, suspended. Into Incasso, former dear, a jow kind
Nicholas.
Call when him.
Young Trabetana.
Call when him.
Obebabu. Oh, Mabu.
Meme castle.
Meme still on Mabu.
Call when him.
We don't need the Susia to tell the one Mabu. Or as we try about here, which are no be prisa. We are better. I say. And to former Chief Justice, Mopa suspended. And then, on your Chief Justice bill, and to that characters are previously Uncle Benyam, and they be Nina who bill. She works as an ordinary Ghanaian, pending the determination of this hearing. Very soon, the outcome will be public. Into on to mean claim or hold on to Sir Glory now or basking as Chief Justice. No, she cannot be allowed to walk around as if say or your former Chief Justice and now suspended Chief Justice, depending on how you see it. Do you get it? Into young fair no cotton change in any case. I say you arrested a husband. Any Nabusian for from attending the hearing. Can you go last? This woman is supposed to be our former Chief Justice. What I say? She's supposed to be our former Chief Justice. Offer article now, clearly Article 146(8). No, are clear? The hearing of this proceeding shall be in camera. You can't in camera. Nothing in the theater and say private. And the decision to admit your husband and now we're Busiano, is subject to the committee. The committee they bet me akaso and bra. Who couldn't bet me do what channel bet me will be do it. Scientists are only you and the petitioners. That is what the law says. There's nothing other than this in the law. You don't need a law degree to be able to read this and understand. It's as simple as ABC. So I say, of course, so I go cancel. Ena, today, Edu Lodge. Now, na evoke those things are tangential. Those things does not matter. Issue no, the narrow constitutional issue no say what violate Article 146 and is subject to Article 146 proceedings. Who will answer be? Who will be raise it? And your next or yes or Timrana and say a judicial review. Do you get it? And now obey filing for constitutional interpretation. What do I say? These two options in our war, sir, courting public sympathy via public press conferences, no, a violation of Article 146(8). Article 146(8) say all the proceedings, no, in camera. Me were from day one, and what decided say she will leak every information to the media. In the present, or leak to the media. Me wa. Orie ene wa kokon akoko orie no asambe hold the press conference telling Ghanaians to say and seminar a what petition one odi abano we everything odi akokot everything our can on the press conference is a subject of court aya to agu. Orie ya wasia ba be shia Ghana for enyina ka kire yen say ABC now you will not resign. Who cares about you resigning? Say nye committee na yesulu anka over this time we call. Keni wadwi. Because adukwe case train no. Who delay ye, who to train ya na you must go for you go ba bia do ntimi mabio. See, mami we a display clearly. Say until emra. Prima facie no, Nicholas. And yet committee, it wasn't Prama's committee that determined the prima facie case. The prima facie was established by the Council of State. And no more. And determined because President in Saka petition, he referred the petition to the Council of State. And a Council of State for fair no more establishing prima facie case. Why are you asking Prama committees or and amount? Prima facie, they did not. So you cannot really litigate the point of prima facie at the committee. It has been established already, and the committee is in full gear. The committee is working. Or send a lawyer, a cohort in her absence, and her lawyer was not admitted, or was not allowed. Common sense, and yet law practice. Say. Me manya sem who see me, it must take me to introduce my lawyer to the court. And yes, sir. So you must court no formal notice. Say assume I see na me lawyer. In that case, the one kwa nipaniti michina emuma. The point is, she did not tell the people of Ghana say, oh, me lawyer no man to me I introduce and me I notify committee and say, oh, this will be my lawyer. Now, so if the committee is not properly notified, should they admit you? All I know accreditation. I say, you see, obi anka wa kwa kodru abia wadri. Eni kwan say o ma ho kwan. Na yetimi kan ya adwen kire. Ba uja ni say dia ye bebo ya adwen ama. Straight. Ya oye ye bebo ya adwen ama. Me see one timian contract the one of the process to na ni kwansi president yesi ena omaye eni kwansi yesi ena ya ye ni obeye ya ni emotions try to play on the emotional keyboard of the people so obe court some public sympathy obi animu obi ehun ni awo ye wo ye chief justice abra na wo ye chief justice case ba wani mu ayenim wo pen na wo ye chief justice obi file case anopa awia na what decide awie and see that we Ghana have apart from wo be ye chief justice ultimately decide say nobody should sit on any case this a wo ba say we ni Ghana no mu the case bo mo ntwen wo na ba be share abema date actually bibia true or false why you win in awie nobody has stopped you. The judiciary is never under any attack. the court is working. Yeah, Obian throw state ruling and van comma judge BC come and read. Do you get it? And then you Obian can't say the law is the law. One now can't say the law is the law. Now the law is the law, and everybody gets the law. When you are getting the law, you are crying. Is it today she got to do say the judiciary now no presiding over no? Na a messy na. The be a catcher music babia moti in some huna mudino or court one emwa a time will come, you will pay for it. No fees in your dear grow. And then she's crying like a baby. And no baby ambuye. You see, Okaya Kokazio Poamandie Oni Poamandi sentence engine in few new fee. October 2024, 30th October 2024. Speaker lawyer Thaddeus raised objection on this justice Jaminu say Jewu ye gawu minim Jewu say Jewu ye NPP parliamentary candidate da na asema abeto omo animo no NPP for kan ho what I say enu ntino omunya ya nka unrecused ho CJC Article 128 clause 4 no a constitutional matter and a political matter and a ill conceived they cannot let Jew off the case and no dismiss the case no ye miss and say case na Daniel for the court will need or no dissent no a political na a constitutional. Say constitutional, how does that political, how does that affect a next case now a work court? No? You see, Mami where you have say Honyanuga, lawyer Chatuchi Kata, filing objected to Honyanuga sitting on a case involving that whole for case. No, Omutuguye. Say a baseless. There is no substance in Tatu's claim. The same Chief Justice, former Chief Justice Assembly Americano, Araba, Esaba, Torkorno. Yes. That is Doche. That is Donyenuga. 2021. A month for a challenge of my involvement on the case. In two separate rulings, omu boni nyina guye. Not a bench, no subi. You get it? And ne was say, oh, nipu mine. Nanka wanda yam fan and cotton bench and so. President have Fred Puamas on by chair committee, no on cassa wompe, no me fan wo. She does not understand why Puaman will accept to chair the committee. Who does she want to chair the committee? Or will be our person or ye fit. So no necessary or chair committee na on fan nipa ne dimra. Na interrogate nipa no. Ye hu se nipa no so na legends te say, na biases te say. The case be no mwedi in the past. Omu gina G2 mu ana obi dissent here. Unfair number 2 dwane ye. Otherwise, Nicholas, nya maame ne be ye no. For me, it amounts to say ye na Ghana ba ye papa. Next one mukasa we hu. But unfortunately, over ba and to one aka hono. Content ni ehwenim. I say blue kiosk. Oh. Entina ba no eni lucky potent, they are impotent. Let me say that the bar is impotent until nobody takes the bar serious again. We see your man Kasao. If I got one, if I got a statement, church statement in the beginning, and now Chief Justice are called publicly against Article 146, Clause 8. No, if I got and her bar are quiet. If I got in the bar, you got the if I got the 7 American Ghana Bar Association, and then what can I know to eno maja Asunaba Dapa former chief justice back career eno nan krom no ye dede the former attorney general deputy attorney general Asunaba Dapa uru no ne kura Araba bag no she was the aide to Araba before her elevation as deputy attorney general. Wow. Enu ntina okun bebre no. Okasa basabasa. Car right hunsem ni left hunsem. You see emra ni di wa di. Ya tiga na ha no. Nobody directs a court as to where you see a di na sem. Entinu Nicholas ye siwa onya asem a babia ye jeli muntie 3-4 no. Ebetimi di wakoho ni akodi wasem. Babia edi atayi asem. Ebetimi di wako ni akodi wasem. Babia si edi obi asem bia wonya edi wuko ni akodi wasem. Wonko kanche court ni so. Enana me wo hana mu jeli muntie 3-4 ntino. That memories of you jeli muntie 3 no it is aimed at intimidating me sabe ayenzemhunu. We ayenkwasi asem. Yen kasa ansem we. You cannot play on anybody's. You see, nobody seems to have sympathy towards Araba because Obia who Araba in court, open court, in facial expressions, say no see ya nearma, and show see where ye Obia, what I say, or ye independent, and just see where you be or ye neutral, what I say. Now, Tien Yoko kan is a Edu Lodge introduction now the back case mu kan say asem no. Edu Lodge all just said oh so I say some sakode bi eye ono na uncle. Na uncle yes. Entinu sakode no ye den we NPP ni. Ana sakode NPP ni. E na hwan mu ne ekun sakode no mu PNDC. Enye sa PNDC for NDC for what in there we women organizer no. This is coming from an MPP stock. Okay. And then we bet Ghana phone na say me MPP ni. Sa akode na ka hu na ye kun na maybe twam some 40 something years ago no. Mu ni mu a me catch them. This is the first time I me bom nyina ma ne me wo fa. No na hwe me school. Me nya admission college University of Ghana in 1980. Na ono na na hwe me. Na ono ho na mete. Eno muko din sa ade no enti ne musa de miaba ha mu be ka me yaw it explains why she does not like the NDC. It explains why we hunjo mama no wamuna that is all enti no woni ntimi nya adwuma mu enti common sensically sanka wo principles wo principles anka mama ba ya wo so ani ina na wo you resign because omo the party na asifo the nananom na ekun wofa me boa no omo kun wofa de we dey na oni omutimi adwuma what is omo kun wofa de we dey na oni omutimi adwuma that is the issue. So for me Mr. Gona for me I'm a TI or a former chief justice because prima facie has been established against her and until continuously or catch Ghana force on TRC, there is no prima facie against her. Okay. Because onim see enya prima facie tia ope oko oye den wutiati. Anyway we.
Meda say Charles McCarthy na in the submission. Mamenko kojo ebo.
Yeah, meda say me cheti for na hwefo. Unze me we the McCarthy was asem no wakani na.
Mama the time wa che.
Ka chechi do to me the kakra bi ka ho na ma call the other side. What man say more cases or.
And bring baby.
Yeah. What man say me mama we ne hu pay mo ya onu timi ka kire Ghana fo nyina se ba bia ye de na kono ye di na sem no na ni nye ho because ho no de ese ya na bibi
mental torture pa
yeah esi ni so ya na ne yam hihye na komatu ana sem be no state no a work na o CBC wo na work kan one sem no the Supreme Court gate na me binzi wo so ko Supreme Court da wo rem o CBC wo da bia wo fo bi hu bisi one on your left ebi one so I don't do three twam kwa djuma han bibia okay baba bia ne kwa de be ha no any say bu bia no busan any say Supreme Court bia no mote no ya mo hye we ga mo tete ayi na chi no but that platform chi no mo tete wono any say obi ba hon man on nakoma on nipa no so pe ana I remember muntie tre kokoduru dem ho ye do dem ho even wo phone po ebi a wo pagya ne kakakra mpo a tia ye betia ne won ya irema no police for ne ade o mugire mu no and who live right wo phone po ye de wo mia bibi mpo so and so bi hon mo fili okay ana we hu amodi hye nipa mo ba nipa ba e ma mudi na asem ye ne yere e kokotum etie de na wo de se de wo ko ba bi a wo se ba bi amode me kon mempe na wo bi a wo se bi nya de wo nya asem a ye de ko ba bi wo na wo kire ba bi kra se de wo ko ma me ne we nwa wo na me de e kama chempo ni se press conference oye no wa ye no kine anya bi obesa ko committee na nim bi mu ana bi o mi wan cry so ko committee na nim kokko ide because amu ye nyina mo ya we emra ne chese se bibi se sia ese kan kokoam ana me boa
sanity
wa babonten amu wa ba be bie nsem ani se na nsem no wa bonten dada wo ba be defend ho de na wo ba be ka ye tie otumi ba be ka kire Ghana for se wo tu kwa we security ntino ese otumi de wukru ana obako na anya bia wukru no wo ye ayini Ghana force or commander na so ewi ana we navy commander na so air force commander
go ahead
and I ban so sebia mu sebia nyado one so police IGP it will yire ukru no ba no esa odo mko what for Ghana skade afso ukru and obadi akoba bi nke kasema no abejonse because of security me wa constitution make it clear say security fine wo ko na do for security anko ba bia wo ko sebia mu sebia nyado wo ya odentu sa ape ukru dia kan ho enako afa Ghana sika e de atwa fa obaka ho mo ba so ade ni ya mpo say wasa ama mo pedium wo ba be check because of na ukru no obedi na bibi say de no betima ye ya wo sa be na me say wa man NPP for na leading na to we gatam kra sudu na we nya de obeti na my katika en ni kwampo say ke discuss no ye ni na wie dada we ni de hu nya aka o mo aka no say na o mo so be wie na o man ni matima ada ho no ne we wu ba be check we mu a Ghana ni bi tifie no oti obeka ma me de na anadwene since we as by Ghana by ye hu obi so nya case mpa o ba be gente na anu na me ka che mo ase media attorney general de me nya adwene we da bi okura gongo bita no obomu no e me ne nya adwene what ma say attorney general da bi press conference on court wo ye ya na obegira ho me de simasi come do benti come the way ko enno emmoame what ma say the same ma me na be enko asem to obo na omunya bibia o na wo so na be determine person what tran wasem ne so it is that time on us open 7-0 9-0 5-0 no na mfa po amanka ho no we na nim so ba sabia mu sabia o de mran be ya adwuma eteni kwaso be ka panel ne ho sa na ma me ne pese o kire enne po aman aba be transo o mampania friends o mabe na Ghana parliament de du ba bi o monka no o monya ne ma yi we are obi anko back make obi anko back na ko hwe ma me no sa to na e vete no questions e busa ne answers o de bai say no qualify to be ayi po chief justice obi anko back no ko bibia anko yie na so mo agina tum omo ananum kwa mfa so mo gini tum e ma mi ko na wo hye o mampani da obi odi o mampani da ya wo place obesa ababiem ye introduce no tv hwe nanim bu na ni chie kese na camera da wo so na ne wasema ba ne ye kwakodi wasema wo minia odi kumusamente ase ada na simasia na obentiti cases bi nipa dodo se no reject na me ma me ne de nyam nwanwa wo sa ko wo yi a ai kwa benya ho ne mo a sa ni odo anto so ho mo land odan to land
din dia ya no aboni
na make no benya nkrani
o se de
odai into yeah wo any quest kwa benya top nyina there's a case maami we trans bi ya no e panel member trans so sa me namesake anim ye bo na chief justice wo mu won so de ko won ze we ko friend number won't you enter allegation to so chief justice wo nka ho hwe wakota fie edi wo be chekire mu what ma say ese oba be chekire mu di nko fie nko trans allegation we mu odu we have to come back now wonim say papa we wo mu tra ho timi bu asem ma party A papa ifi so pe na maami asa trans o mu ya pi maami na wa fe de won o cheye no o ka ba ko mu nyina e de ko benkrom the same 5 days 6 days 7 days bi maami etima sa 10 kit wa trans de amabusu afoforo esa maami we ni de no kra campo no question won eti ni ko se Ghana fo mpo ye fi no na me panel members there's no need so members are from maami se atoto na no biem kakra no mo nya na mo chekire famra ni yemfa no anya agine because ono abu an one thing anyway ai kine samami we mpo en sama ebusa ni nyina sabia se ya nya bibia mpo amfa ambo ne ko adu a de nane na so be ye no eno abu an fo emra no no aba asa be bu an fo timi wa de kronti asa atwa bi mata atoto na no why the price be delay emra no omo forget mami ne kakra no de ban na ye no omo fa emra no omo te so me believe omo say you can Togo ni kan
Togo ni why
nye the NPP for say no Togo ni no auditor general no won nye panel member
dom level
wo mu nyina say obi fi Togo no aba no abajaji Ghana ni a na say be wa enkrofo jaji odu ko Togo na abajaji Ghana for na so ntumi jaji ni a say wa ento mo fa we ni there is no need say be wait that dey be to anima kin
New Patriotic Party, a public institution created by law. And now we are now opposition. 7 months today. And the possibilities of meeting me by in future no high. And to mu ye bibia I see a trade there can wasem. But I say after Kufado or before Akufado buy any after Akufado na NPP fire margin say mra de mra de omum fanye djuma omo margin say mra e fe ne mra de omum fanye djuma da Alaska ne de Alaska no din abamanum e vende Nicholas say ni ofa NPP constitution na article 10 clause 2 no or see there shall be an annual delegate conference which shall be held at least 4 weeks after the regional delegate conferences. Nyetieni say afibia ohu SNPP for year constituency delegate conference. Omu we are no makwa regional delegate conference. Omu fi regional no makwa national delegate conference. Enti se unye region untimi nkoye national there. And the decision to go and hold conference next month, July, no, illegal, unlawful. What I say, because constitutional and a clause. Just say uye A, B, and sana obitimia C. You cannot move from nothing. No one can say me kwako ye C. And the bizo national council does not have that power. Offer party in the constitution now article 9(1). Or see there shall be national council in between national delegate conferences. You know, they shall direct how to the party should move, not amend. They cannot amend. They can't interpret constitutional provisions in black and white. They don't have that authority to interpret or to vary the positions of the law. We and if you are see before Obeko delegates conference now what submit and now what security proposals are ban security proposals to all constituencies, all regional offices 4 clear weeks before that the conference. Many will say basi ne omon security bibiaye entino we are there now delegate conference. It is also in breach of law. I say but mpenyufo na kanon kanokre, especially those who benefited from the processes, the system, i.e. John and now say a glorious opportunity to have advised the MPP say omobe ye ni hia no ma ye ni fata no ma ye ni womram. But President Kufuor squandered that opportunity only to go and talk about tribal politicking. Nicholas, Matisa woni in the area. Peduasi one mon. So who ko fie na odru no a. Na bisa ne say den tina ye yin flag bearer no. Okofa Aliu Mahama as an running mate. May he so rest in peace. Say tribal and regional and play role in politics a didn't know Kofa Aliu Mahama. Say if you are because say Akufa don't be far about me. A didn't know Akufa do far about me. That Akufa do fi or ye kwapimini or ye kwapimini na moye na chimini Akufa do ye kwapimini a crouton no mu a chimini de a say aboa bi pep kokwa agent no di ne ho tuturi sie very good na abisans agent no kofa Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia say tribal na regional this and play role in politics we are no what bisa president Kufuor kana midima no ni bisa president Kufuor former president Kufuor so agent na Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia okofa anapo because no be idea to muso napo there a bad card but still they settle on napo because oya santeni they settle on napo because of Freemanship me wa ye ni ano mudi ne kwatire otumfo ena otumfo ka che Ghana fo nyina se we me na me na metua no school fees na amanfo e kasa wonye me de menim se nya sana metete o me bo ukwe men koma Dr. Mahmood Bawumia nu no ho what was that for a tribal politics young Kenya amanfo aka in the past but tribal will be film regional will be film ubano your political scene more your geopolitics na a play role so I say and let not President Kufuor pretend say onim sa reality we what I say was that necessary that was not what was necessary the decision a party na take see your mo koye top bottom approach top bottom approach President Kufuor under you Jack Otanko Bechebelam te ye na adwin so kwa koye bi in choosing Akufo-Addo and as if you are someone about in sorry kutia ye 2012 may Jake so rest in peace that ben ene ko ba NPP musu obetima akoto abayi flag bearer we flag bearer here and son na wabeyi no modidi so no when you do that what it means is that the flag bearer must choose everybody or cast away many way ntimi nyejuma that is what will happen but the structure the vehicle no and the party no we a flag bearer you don't carry the party. It is a party that carries you. It's a party ni ba be swawa. You are not the one to come and tell us say it is a muye ni say na muye ni say. And now no April year na ba me aka NPP before so he is rich enough to pay. Kennedy go to 1 million ma party head office no. And no case so we tua bi da na he is capable obetimetua. Na ndemo be ya argument say mo ko election na flag bearer na bebre. Now flag bearer and bearer we flag bearer 3 years to election no come mu that so see
polling station elections and I say no can
that is for a polling station NDC a branch we flag bearer
brown it's a brown co meeting
we have a
no when this meeting we dem shame yeah we can also say we polling station na I don't know mom to against Akwesa or NPP ni kasi
that is the issue. What is it? And you say you flag bearer 3 years to election. Obi bia wosika emfa ne sika ma. You do it you alone. What I say because a man fu befu already because they are most skiwi adewi who skiwing is say now skiwing ne kotope Kennedy anya ne sika ma. Brian anya ne sika ma adutu ma anya ne sika ma so mu nimo wo mu hwe na jandama frema bom okumase because one yanti then you want to do with 3 clear years that adrenaline them fees no moko take his decision no man dream 360 no they did not think through it I say entino akrasa maka anya nyu party ni ba bia otie mia obetimi abom modern akokot onkokot enko enjanti party no from side down bona beti party no articles in the media man article 10 to 19 it talks about circulation of notice of I propose National Council needs her power no the National Council is subject to delegates conference. You get it? Into a sequence. When you procedural, this is sequence, a mandatory. You cannot do anything about it. To be an agent, so obit me for bis obit me say a bogus. It is neither here nor there. But sad dear we it will further break the MPP. Sad dear we say qua no money koswa a bed breaky party no more because do not be here a month for a fee. Sir 88 no more parliament and there. They've lost touch with their people. And nothing no marshal say and I declare no. We need Ibia and they want to hold on to flag bearer no. Such that they can win on the elections. Because if we want 37, 88, you should be
serious.
So a DNA, a CNT, our banner say. And now we move your endorsement, and now we move your endorsement, all of you, all MPs, declare Mabaumia. DCs declare Mabaumia, ministers declare Mabaumia. And I'm call you elections, and that is from 169. Yeah, we call you, and if you 137 to 88, a brana or campaign message, and you break the 8. I say. We see move break it the 8. I projected 50.1%. At the end of the day, when you're 38.2, with 88 in the cry NDC4, and I turn 5 on our account because electoral commission declare my no 83. Electoral Commission declared John Dramani Mama as president. No.
5 and 9 7
5 no.
And so become my 88.
Abasa dik we ni here. No more SNG no. Akotia de NDC for come one or two. Ayi wo de hwe ayi Abujina po constituency. Damango see ya pe no mo ma Mutawakilu position. Kawanu tu ko Ghana water. Ko hwe yensu sumaye. Ja sit no. No omuni na wi se akurugu ansori anyina nkadomi kwa benyako se ayi ablokuma oman di akurugu achi no mo ka omanu tu mu a ankomo so sit no ankomo declare MPP tema central uwe ma wanya na do fa lawyer boy mo wani ayedin what time be bright what trust ama ya jadi na fi wunzan wa wini o e no ma je fini nsem court ndi o mo be ko 4 years obedi awi
ya jama
ya jama wa den esga cha na obenya wo nya hwe asi 5 na ko ye asi that is it o mo party ni na yen hwe han no mo ja na ko ye until you have 83 technically 83 and I'm be call 5 now some of you should be thinking kwambenso ne be kai nyina boom kwambenso ne be na ala no maba kwambenso ne be na obubia ne buafu a wakotu na be ka party no ho kwadwo ye bua sere de bia no to bomb gum no say ne former youth organizer what dinsen bebre that kwambenso be fatima nya kwadwo so be baba akokura na mu dinsen hunui will it be attractive for people to come? No, it won't. To be pure more yearness, oh, let's protect the little, the few, no. Nipa kakra bi omunya bidi ye nano. On one person who hold you on to the power. What I say, no mudi ye no mo person mudi ye. Kinigola. But udiane sa what will happen is the people will be further aggrieved. Yes, sir. So almost 2.1 and Kotuaba. It will shock you say 4 million and Kotuaba. What to feel from 2.1 and Kotu with money because in 2024 MPP say
and not nothing.
Mr. Constituency be anya bi kura no na anya 1 million Ghana cedis minimum 1 million.
Wow.
Now upon all this, look at the margin and well do. Look at the disgrace. So the Uber city up. Now why you be na my party no. I'm Ghana for anya jidie wo mu no. I say a damn boy be party no. That's 7 months into you are behaving as if NDC are did 4 years.
Well, 4 years.
NDC indeed 1 year mpo. Just 7 months. You are behaving all of a sudden say unsu asan as the word nsu ama nsu na asan te komo demo.
Medasi Charles Makat kojo yentio.
Medasi nua. Woni mo MPP ya former house. Emunse mo ba ya nka be kwa na ga ade. Me se ko fosuti. you be come say the tie na me ansem ba ye nyina na ma fa no se dodo na omo wo soro ho no de national offices a region constituency a coordinators and a polling station for no omo do mo pa bo no mo nyina nim so mo di dwirim omo bokro no ho mo anto party ni niam ni party so check mu pa omo di party ni bone pa polling station for no omo do mo di ka ton ye ansa na ekoso mo eso for na ton mo de what ma say 89 NPP for no mo fie ni Ghana for na omo am press bi omo ka party no no mo be make sure say be changes be ba wo because party ni bi o dem fa was I just have one example hwene mama akoko edu na cheche hwe the other lady ni cheche na just have cheche
TV fridge ni
ade oni omo cheche na sika ka ho ni ba akofo be wie de wonya no e ma obi nkoto aba what ma say the same the coordinators omo giye the region giye the constituency national put bobo omo giya gimu eniema kese emu lankusese ni ade nyina ade koye eti papa mo ese statifi form no no mo warning na ya sonne so me no ka so mo collection na metu aka polling station ebi aba say 80% be off ebi aba ka be 20
okay
region coordinator wunya coordinator ba kumpo manenka constituency be di wunya bi region be di national bobo because national officer be no qualified to be a national officer again what do I say eto mu nim se kokoto aba na ye alaji dia alaji so promise so be make sure say wono mu nyina be discerning because onu so nim se ene amanye
alaji ne wan
nya ba umia
ko wani
yeah other alaji yeah wa winim say papa say fake nobody knows what man say wono na make so at the end of the day wono so be ko off into say the anya the same free so na ne nyina anya dey yenko enim say abana yentwi wini edi bi wini a na mo aka me ho ne atremu eno no mu pese mo yede na na menim say obi say ba umia say be mo say be nya do the one who kasa Kufuado ya niema bia wompa edu ba bi unso ba ye opposition time o keka niema nyina gwa Kufuado so papa kakra o moyi afade anya no de ma Kufuado so tumi na mi so ba ya niema ye papa ye be call election because of second round is ka o de man no we no mu say election the security we nyina say we be second round and this guy ba nyina ko di ni botom onim pa odi agromebo amount ni bibia what was it if na nado abo ba umia bi o ene odi wom anu nti ogitu mu na do bufu ye no tu pese ogiatu scanam dia bre on be na msaka go no kede ko second round wajade nyina ko vu dem enya de ketwa wo frɛ na wonfa cheso on pese obetie di because eniema ko di ni hoso
yeah hode
nti na ama na do di areho akota broche ba bi human because still now on this kind of
so ni former president ni kure
what still now when yes scan was on tia so do dia be di hoso enu na ne ai mana be ma se ne mi chiche bi mi tonkrofo ama nunti no ya to abandi amame na ai sa ne ma we nyina ne ya to ma obede wa hwe tete unya ne unya bi wotima se na de ha me mpo na tete mi se o mampani kofo hwe ba bia wanyina dure hwe papa tente se wa sa tente bi mpo ka ho na no e pushi kom hwe wa sa tente aka ho papa emre bi atwam ni ya du tu ye ho safo hene tina minim se bia asemu aba die papa ne ke fana we wu kwakototo niema a hyehyɛ niema ye nya atwumti papa iko hypocrite nya atwuma ka bomu ni nyina brofo ni twi nyina fa ni nyina so aye dia ba no kwa nkoka ho asem o wonu ma de kwenti oka wan kan ho asem no ba umia kwa osa ne wo fa ase ne beko napo anya hwe kura de ade no beba fie enti na yo anya o me kama no atum ne napo nya on ya running bait na efie be yi to kwa de so oka wan kan ya
manu sinti na ama edutwem se se on so okobi
no okobi wo munyi uda da bi haya na de ne nam link we are no de ko wotima say o ma to no na say na po no nam area by area o kan asem so kan ba ayiwo ba umia ono ani so on wontimi lead man nyi nti ba umia de ne ko sa bia na fa wotima say eti na o mampani ko en nka obeka bibi no because on na nanti o se no fa asenti no o ko wanka hwe eno ko tena ho asem o kan ye me ya e ma me so mampani kofo nipa di na chiam ye di nipa boni ni echi pa o mampani kofo I'm telling you.
Why then no edipa boni?
Na say o mampani kofo na ama ne ala number olesi. Na no hininto enam dansoma. Wotima say Alhaji Boniface wonam kwalebu.
Denti na omo nam ho.
O chese wa mo bia political way wonu wa kum obia. Afoko say afoko kro ni ba bi onam. Saboba cheponi na onam. Wotima woni ba bi onam. Kwa ayi wa infa.
Ebia wono
krom. O munyina na di papa yachi. Ayi papa yadwuma. Ye wie ye no otima yi mkrofo nyina ma. Wono nko ado obedi selfish. Eno nko ano wagwire ho. No mampani kwa unima sema kan ye bufu na time po. Se party ntimi nya unity. Ade na ase na wokọ ye se oka ho asem no. Obi echimo obi se ebu ni kom. Obi bru obi yema ma obi ani so bri no. adia adefo a de wi nkrofo ka papa panimu ka ko ya akoko trans oh party ni nhihye we de enya de papa mu ye ni say the party mbegu no enti sa na no dem ko trans ya mo plan ye ne de sa me kan wona me kan wo me ko ofia na me dwe wana mama bi no enya de papa mu ntonkre ne encha de na se fi police station ne nko ye obi abegatum wako nya atwumunti akotra akoke kansem foforo uwie ya Ghana fo nto nyum ne nkrofo ka papa ba okasa de na okan papa ba ya sem papa ba pa na oba be kan ho former president eso kan no kre unamo 80 plus o de nyankopon de mambo abro so de na wo hwehwe eniema mrante de jomo ani nyina ba kokra na obetima ye bi two pesca de ide ada na untimi kan no kre na heaven ba watima ko bi no akokototo apa so akwakoke kansem ase emwa party begu nyina efi omampani efi wo so efi wo time Akufo-Addo timi panish wo saa na nkrofo wantimi amie wano da wan ota word da Akufo-Addo before I remember yakwa iba umi akire joga te fie eskado ho ba bi eskado yeah ni fie yakwa didi ho no omampani wo ho no mamodidi mu secret no secret for Akufo-Addo nkrofo nse wo mra twam to secret for ni si from no mra and take over ye iba umi apiem obi ho bia platform no podium no platform no
no pole second college in Trabanque
platform no so no omampani a president a unyanko
ye yeah because 2008 is mobile polytechnical okay
so mu ko yi ba mi a che no na seko
so mo ye poly park no
poly park rally
okay
what you say so the question is when emra ye fi ho ema joga de fi on to kwesi ho no nto kwesi ho no mo ma adan na mo ba no jo mo hwe wo mo ne national security be ko ntokwa Akufo-Addo no take over enti mo ni send mo mra for mo ze fi ni so purpose mo si for mo ko ye na take over ye na se be so ye wie ya ba awia na 3 something na ba ye ba ho no rally ground so ba ba no platforms who say national security for na take over Akufo-Addo kokko trans and bodyguard for no say wo mo na some kokka de Akufo no say no when you different party the same party Akufo-Addo party ni ti mo de mo pep ase oba bi nyina enkrofo ni mo ye Akufo-Addo nipa ba ko fi so ni fi fo say team asema make obi anim Akufo-Addo tima punish wa
we are still modinati
ninkrofo mo di ochi ya mo to ba ko fi platform no be hwe form
and o mabre
I'm telling you na o mampani ko nim sa history we nyina nim de akwa edi wa fa so entoto ye boni ono ahyehye eniema atoto ankoyi ni nyina achi ni Nicholas na gaza otimi ye utimi kasa mo asembe de utimi ma party fo hu so wo ye gya ajeje ye chima eniema ba ye na papa panimu wase eniema nyina akotra akokeka nsem say ye ento nyumfro the Americans party for na kufa ayi kofo dem money to so wagu party no because of wundi ene ko jompi anima academy ojo academy because ojo obi o kanokre obampani kofo mani to Richard Anani wa hifa ye yi kwa wo Richard Anani kuma say
the alliance say mo ye na se okobi
okoye okon papam
lele wango
banane
national council no
Dr. Anani ko kuma say a omu ye ne babia ne hospital no won ye kwan no ye jabe 300 meters man no sem futuro mo no mo nguntem omu anyi because of kofo ntia na wo ye saade na akora ntimi kan okra wo pese meto nyomfrɛ
mate 2 minutes other matters yenko
Nicholas other matters no yeah tu ye ho asi wo se ye beka no kra a kire wo bia you see Brown wo I forestry commission no ukada we a remnant of Akufo-Addo's appointees
say John what time na no
say John no wo honum e no mo keep you aye o see you forestry commission na what honum na o minister me the letter na ma to men somano with the letter na ma producers minister letter 29th May no mo letter na ma through the board say ye change it on case pamomo be sin ne Brown so on yet
changes directors
or so on yet because girl know what climate change was a John e didn't try on may he so rest in peace
office one say John pictures
in kwane mama picture no
ni plan down with na bra change of government mama
security pa um kokko cheke the office one nya say John
say bibia ye se onye bia onye
forever in
see on the tiwo e no no or issue forever and entinu Brown won hwe ni uye president ye kan ama Kofi bu a we aye kan onya ho hwe ya kuntamani obebesu ya kuntamani asem ne kan yo bebesu You can't see Godin Amabi Eshe gold board that would 2 cents as Osino Osino ni Achima da dientem till today. Amabu ayena who say Omwaye.
Okay, Kojo.
Adamates. Adamates. Some fan quarter kwanso him. When you pan by yesu fie nkrofo we say ka obi mazem. MC you know. Who is a regional chairman? This is regional chairman no concession. We Osai or him.
Regional chairman. What
and one na some na making. One concessioner. Yeah.
Legitimate.
Oh, that be the fool.
Yes, I like the word legitimate.
MC you say or genuine man wa jimpo wa Obama on the system no man 40%. I'm telling you, a quiet MC in the for first will chromon. Now when asemi ba ya sent to kweba no. And I say a task force for no. National security for no konomede. On kwato to niema we. Now on net me organize chrome for boys no. So amone security for no de enkonko kontokwa. E sa brante we ye. Near you MC DC ya na bibisa less than 3 months. Na sa adwiri we na wo tim enkrofo concessioner chese papa mu crop papers crop bibia ka maning na oje nyina afa
MC nya
wo yes ade we ebede na yeye sa nipa we nipa ese netra ho de me make am so mu nkonko check even obi mu ye niam mpo na nye no so mu the tax force ko na akoto niam organize boys against niam ekono this security for ko mo kokoto niam one organize boys against the security MC na I'm telling you
to former MP
but two obia adwe woni anya de ketua what man say enti say mo ye mamo appointment me say na mo de be dia emfa so be pa de be nya fi mo so ye ba be kan NPP de atwa mu ye be ka do mo ye enye ba mo be tra so mo ye niam anya de ye be ka mo asem kan say de tia eti MC na ota kwanto ye mu de o man pani na pamfo chief of staff minister program wo hwe say na wo ye niam so gya na wo hwe mu mfra kwa na mo kan kire nsam mo be yina to aka mo nyini to nkire na ho nkoyie na we onyam si wo de na fu ene baaye si gold nkwan no baaye it is any power we want to lead man.